Potassium iodide. This stuff right here, potassium iodide. The reason that they're building and they're stockpiling potassium iodide is due to the Fukushima radiation permeation. That's literally it's saturating, if you will, the sky, the land, and the Pacific Ocean. We know that the radiation levels in America are spiking. I was looking at a chart yesterday that Nick of Austin, Texas sent me that specifically explained that radiation is spiking in different parts across the country, including Austin, Texas, Knoxville, Tennessee, parts of Colorado, San Francisco, California, and other places. There has been some extreme spiking in radiation. The federal bid notice reveals that the Pentagon agency began stockpiling potassium iodide in 2012 due to its concerns over the Fukushima nuclear crisis, shedding light on why the Department of Health and Human Services is now ordering 14 million doses of iodide. Are you serious? The recent earthquake in Japan back in March of 2011, which was the 5th largest earthquake in history, creating this huge tsunami and left 6 nuclear reactors melting down, and has created this nuclear crisis, has renewed interest in this potassium iodide. The Defense Logistics Agency said in its solicitation that the recent earthquake in Japan has resulted in the Defense Logistics Agency's solicitation of more potassium iodide. The Defense Logistics Agency posted its solicitation on FedBiz Ops in 2012, asking contractors for 75,000 packages of potassium iodide tablets because the recent earthquake in Japan in March. The United States Army Medical Material Agency has submitted some military standard requisitioning and issued procedures for these items to ensure that critical operational forces are protected in the event of a nuclear fallout. Now, the solicitation of potassium iodide keeps some radioactive iodine from being absorbed by the thyroid gland, and therefore it is commonly taken in the event of severe nuclear emergencies, such as the current Fukushima crisis. So we're getting more and more reports that the government is recognizing the critical stage we're getting in now as it relates to the radiation that's coming from Fukushima, Japan's nuclear plant. Yesterday's earthquakes in Japan didn't help, and with the CMEs that are blasting the earth as we speak from that X1.2 solar flare on the sun, the eruption a couple days ago, which could affect the power grids, could affect a lot of things, but most importantly it was a direct hit of Earth, and it was a direct hit right on the nation of Japan and the South Pacific, sparking fears of earthquakes. We're keeping a close eye on it. Matter of fact, I actually have an earthquake report from the last 24 hours. We have had 30 earthquakes, a 4.8 in the Solomon Islands. We've also had a 4.8 in Northern Mariana Islands, a 4.5 in Iran. Also, there's been a 4.0 in Turkey, 4.3 in Pakistan, a 4.5 in Guadeloupe. There was a significant 5.6 quake in New Zealand, 4.4 Guatemala, 4.9 Fiji, 4.7 Azerbaijan, 5.1 Cuba. That happened last night. Also a 5.1 in New Caledonia, also 5.0 Indonesia, and 5.0 Colombia. Good news, nothing in Japan after yesterday's two quakes, one 5.0 and another one was registered at 5.4. The one 5.0 was within 300 miles of Fukushima. This concerns us because it is so volatile there. The last thing we need is to have the effects of these CMEs. I'll be right back with more information that's coming to us on an advancement on the RFID microchip technology, which could be used for the mark of the beast, and how they're using the children in the schools to continue to desensitize the American public to set up this new system. God bless you. Give your life to Jesus Christ. We're living in the last days.